So I've had some people ask me to do makeup tutorials, and now I've just come around to doing it. So here I am, like the alien that I am. Hope you guys can still admire my alien beauty, my Martian beauty. So usually when I start my makeup, I start a little cocoa butter on my lips because I needed a little something because it was a little dry. So usually I, do my system, which is so okay. First things first. I haven't touched my eyebrows. So I tattooed my eyebrows in China like 8 years ago. It was the worst idea ever. However, it has allowed me to be able to let my eyebrows grow in, which this time I've let it grow since maybe about November. So I have full eyebrow grow in. And when I tell you my original eyebrows are ugly, what the fuck was, sorry, what was my mom and dad thinking? Because this eyebrow, I'm going to show you the shape of the eyebrow. You can't see it because of the tattoo behind it, but it's like this. What were y'all doing? So, luckily, every time I wash my face, I have a bit of an eyebrow. So right now, I should shave off this piece that's right here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not in the mood to do that right now. So when I start my makeup, I usually start with the eyes. I don't know how people can do eyes last. Like my best friend, she does eyes last. How she does that, I have no idea. So I start with liner. I like to line the bottom lid of my eye. Hope you're catching that. And I don't use huge mirrors. Like I can use my compact mirror and just be a-okay. Boom. Second one. Boom. This is actually an eyeliner that I've had forever. So I used to use the angle brush. I used to use the angle brush and actually darken in my eyebrows. But since I went to China and did this catastrophe, I don't have to anymore. So one day, actually, I didn't have any more powder to actually do the darkening in. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to look like a dragon. So I said, let me try to conceal it and see what happens. And since then, that was like the best day. Oh, that was like the best day. Sorry. That was like the best day. Because since then, I have not had to darken my eyebrows, which means that the shade of my eyebrows originally are perfect because everything else is perfect. Can't you see? So let me do what I usually do. Make sure my tits are in. Okay. So I take my concealer. I use a concealer in the pot for the brows only because I think it's a little thicker than the concealer that I would use for highlighting. So I take the concealer, and the good thing about the concealer is you can make any shape you want. So if you want Dracula today, you want Cruella de Vil the next day, if you want, a little wing, you can do whatever you want. So this shape that isn't really a shape right now is going to turn into something magical. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm already halfway there. To me, once your brows are on, you don't really need anything else. The good thing about the concealer is that once it's the correct shade, any hairs, like you see all that hair that's there, all that hair, it conceals it. Concealer, get it? So I conceal the hairs that I will eventually shave off or pluck, depending on how I feel. Like, I like mine to be dramatic. You know, I'm a little bit of a drag queen, so I can't just do a normal brow. I like it to have a full arch, and I grab the front, grab the top, and bring it in. So most people blend after this step, but I don't, because I feel like a lot of blending wastes makeup, and I don't have anything to waste. So from this step, I usually go straight into eyes. Now, what am I doing today? Today's Tuesday. I'm not going to be doing much. So depending on what my evening is going to look like is what shapes my makeup for the day. So because I'm probably not going to go out today, and if I do, it's not going to be anything too exciting, I'll just do shadow on the inner part of my eye and the first like half inch of my eyelid rather than the entire eyelid, because that's only for when I'm going out where I need a full eyelid of eyeshadow. I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of people that I have seen that do makeup, especially people of my skin tone, we tend to use a lot of gold. I need gold on my eyelid. If I don't have gold on my eyelid, it's gold or it's no other color. It just works. Like, it is what it is. But some people are like, I use gold. I always use gold, and I always look good. So thank you. Thank you for the compliment. So I just put on my primer. Not that I just started using primer, but a few years ago I realized the reason why I should use primer, because primer just makes the eyeshadow hit. Okay, not only does it make it hit, it makes it last longer, like stay on longer, but the color is definitely more vibrant. So I'm gonna use the eyeshadow palette that I got in China. So I just went to China a few months ago. Thank God it was before, what is it? Carnivorous? Whatever the fuck is it? Corona. Well, why they don't spell it like the Corona beer? They trying to be, oh my God. Trying to be, ooh. Why they don't just spell it like Corona? Why does it look like carnivorous? I can't. I want to be exotic and shit. Like, anyway, so I'm just gonna put it on top of where I put my primer, because I don't need more than this. For some people, this is a lot. I know a lot of people who don't use eyeshadow, but eyeshadow to me just makes me look even more like Naomi Campbell. So that eyeshadow's on there, and I'll put a little bit more just for the sake of this video on the end. But when I put it on the end, I'm going to use a dark color because I'm not looking for pop. So I'll just pat it, Patty LaBelle, blend it in a little bit. Doesn't look like color block. There'll be some more blending happening, but the blending, like I said, is going to happen after. Now, on top of this, I'm going to go in with my brush. And this is my concealer powder. I use my concealer powder and then I blend in the brow with the eyelid. I like to keep a little bit of color at the base. Well, not the base, but at the top of the eyebrow for a more dramatic look. I like for there to be some sort of highlight under the eyebrow. I used to put eyeshadow under the eyebrow, but I don't do it anymore. I feel like it's too much. And I'm so much, like, I'm body, I'm this, I'm that. It's just sometimes too much. So I don't do that anymore. So this is just for the blend in. Blend in that piece of the brow. And voila. So from here, I'm not going to go into liner. Because like I said, I like to start my makeup with the eyes. So some people usually take their finger and like pull the eye. I don't find it necessary. Plus I feel like pulling the eye too much causes like crow's feet and all those other things that happen around the eye. So the less pulling around the eye is probably better for you in the long run. I could be wrong, but I'm sure I'm right because I'm usually right. So what I do is I just close the eye that I'm working on, and easily draw a line along the lid. I like for the line to come a little past the eyelid because I'm a drama queen. With a little bit of a wing, not a Nicki Minaj wing because she be ODing. That bitch said I am not flying commercial, so my wing needs to be out there. Okay, private jet wing, I see you. Okay, you see me? And there we go. Voila. One more time. I want it bold. Yeah. Now we're talking. I'm gonna go back to liner and the end, but I'll show you guys that later. From here, I go straight into, because the eyes are pretty much done. I do a few more things to the eyes, but that's in the end. From here, I'm going straight into powder. So I see a lot of people doing powder and something. I just use powder. I have Studio Fix powder, not Studio Fix cream. And so as you guys can see, my problem area on my face really is my T-zone. My T-zone is lighter than my outer. So what I do is I focus in on my T-zone so that I could get a nice even tone. So as you can see, my makeup for my T-zone is darker than the actual T-zone. You see this is lighter. I take this in and then it gets darker because I want my T-zone to catch up with my outer. I don't put too much powder underneath my eyes because we're going to highlight, so no sense I feel in putting a whole bunch of powder there. Plus the texture of my face isn't bad, so I feel like the people that need to do like liquid and then powder and all those things are people with bad skin. Thank God I don't have bad skin. And I don't wash my makeup off every night either. Do I ever wash it off? Forget every night. Do I? Okay, I have to ask Crystal because who's ignoring me right now. This is also when I start doing my blending in. I have a blending brush though, but I like to do a little. Sorry guys, I'm green. So I put in my foundation. Got as close to the eyebrow as possible, but I have another brush for that, so I'm not worried about that. Now from here, I go into highlighting. I don't, I think it's the cheap, I think it's the cheap bastard in me that doesn't allow me to waste. I don't like to waste things. So when I highlight, this is how much I use. I don't use much more than this. So I take the brush that I used to highlight, I pat it, and then I pat it under my eye, trying to avoid the eyeshadow that's in the crease. Putting it in a bit of a circular, semicircular shape. Again, the way I do makeup is so different from the average person, because I've been in bathrooms doing makeup with other girls, and I'm like, wait, how are you still on that? How are you still in that step? Also, I don't feel like I need that much, because if we're gonna put the banana powder handles half of the highlight. So why do I need to put so much? There we go. That's one side. Crystal, can you not on this fan? It's like blowing way too hard. I'm sorry, guys. I need a little. The rest of here. I'm sorry, can you take it off? I don't think I need it. Plus, when I'm doing my makeup, I like to sweat, because I like the dewy look. So if the fan and the AC can be off when I'm doing my makeup and I can have a little sweat action, I'm for it. I'm all the way for it. So that's underneath my eyes. I put a little on the forehead. Not much. I don't overdo it, because my forehead is really short too. It's not like some of you forehead. I'm like 5 head, I'm 6 head. So I put a little bit just for the highlight. And I don't put any here or here. So the reason, sometimes I put a little here, maybe a little bit. We put a little bit, whatever's remaining. But I definitely don't put any here, because I feel like the area between here and here is pretty long, which is why sometimes I look like I'm pouting and I'm really not. It's a long mouth. My first boyfriend ever, well, second, wait, was he first or second? Second boyfriend, he used to call me long mouth, and I didn't know what the hell he meant. I thought he meant long mouth because, you know, long mouth, but no. I think that's what he meant. I don't know, I should ask him. No, I will not ask him. But, so yes, I don't put any highlight here. So I'll put a little here just for the sake of whatever's left on the brush. The little bit that I put that was remaining from my arm, from my hand, goes here, but otherwise I'm good on the highlight. I also think that dark skin girls, we need to be careful of how much we highlight, because I feel like sometimes we can do too much, and doing too much highlight can make us look like we're trying to do something that we're really not trying to do. So I limit my highlighting. From here, I'm going to go straight into the contour. So, and now take my contour powder. So I used to, when I used to contour my face, I used to take the powder, and I used to go from here all the way to here, like a retard. Do you know, if I show you guys some pictures of what that looked like, it was so bad. So now I've learned that you just take it right there to the Naomi area. I like to call this the Naomi area, because she got them cheekbones that it's just like, so I could just take it, and I know it doesn't look like it's showing up a lot, because I don't really like for it to be that deep. Plus, I'm really dark, so the colors don't get too dark either. So I take it to right there, and trust me, by the time I put my banana powder, you'll start to see it pop. The cheeks, I go to the nose part. And some people, and another thing that I do different, clearly as you see, I contour on top of my makeup rather than under. Why? Because to me, it just makes me feel like I look better that way. I feel like I can see the contour. If I do it the opposite, I don't see it. So I contour there, and then I take the eyeshadow, which is a bronze color. And I get the tip of the beautiful nose that I have now. And then I mesh it in. I'm already starting to, because of this ring light, I'm already starting to feel like I'm getting a little sweat action, which is again what I love. So yes, there we go. From here, we get into the banana powder, which I almost always have some remaining on my eyeshadow palette, on the plastic part of the palette, which is great for me, so I can be lazy. Take my sponge and I go in and I Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle it in. Circular, semicircular. Patti LaBelle. Then I go for the forehead. A little bit, not too much. Again, my forehead is so short. And you guys probably don't see it right now because I don't have a wig on, but when I put the wig on, you'll see how short my forehead really is. I put a little bit above the lip and a little bit here, but not much, again, because I don't want the mouth looking long. Try to do a little blend with the brush as you pat it in. And then I go for the blending brush for the eyebrows. So I use the contour color for over the eyebrows so that it gives, so it can cover the concealer. Because if I use my own color, to me it doesn't cover it as much as fast. I have to do much more work if I use my own color for the foundation. So I use the contour color. Then I take this little brush, I don't know what this brush is called, and I take the eyeshadow that I use for my face, and I take a little bit of it, and I lighten the eyebrow, because I hate dark eyebrows. To me, you look like a thief. You're about to go rob somebody. And even though I am going to go rob somebody, they don't need to know. You, Caillou. Caillou. Alright, so from there, ooh, where's my red lipstick? So I'm going to go back into the eye area that I said I like to do. So I like to do this last because it has to go over the eyeshadow. So I like to put a little dot after the shadow, after the line, to lengthen the look of my eyes. So I go before the line begins, and I put a bit of a dot. And believe it or not, it makes a difference. How do I know that? Because I looked at my photos with or without it, and I'm like, ooh, you look like Cleopatra. So all I've done is lengthen it without putting necessarily a line. And it just adds to a little bit of, a little difference. I need my mole, which actually exists, but because I put makeup on, you can't see it. There we go. I'm gonna put on a third mole. I'm gonna find a place to put it before we're done. I'm in a third mole kind of mood. And I take my mascara that's almost done, or done. Grab this bottom lid. I'm actually going to put a strip lash on the top, and I'm going to put like 5 individuals on the bottom because I'm in that kind of mood today. That means I'm going to go out tonight. Once I put lashes on the bottom, I have to go out because I feel like Diana Ross. And you can't be Diana Ross in the house. Like, are you dumb? You gotta be Diana Ross outside. So, I reuse my lashes until they have completely died. Like, you have to be on your last leg. So, I can almost always figure out the left and the right lash because there's eyeshadow remaining on it from the last time I wore it. So, and I don't clean it when I take it off. I clean it when it's time for me to use it. Nobody got time for that. So right now I'm just cleaning the glue off the eyelid, off the eyelash. And most people have a really hard time doing this. To me, the only people that should have a hard time doing this are people who don't put a line on their eyelid. To me, it's like when you're writing and you're learning how to write as a kid. They give you the little lines and you go over the lines. It's the same thing. Once you put the line on your eyelid, you use that as your guide for your eyelash. I'll show you. So my eyelash is clean, right? So I'm gonna take my eyelash with my eyelash glue. Part of the things to remember when you're putting your eyelash glue is to put a good amount along the entire eyelid, and then you let it get a little tacky. So don't put it on immediately. As soon as if you do that, it's just gonna slide off. So you let it get a little tacky, not dry, tacky. Tacky means that when you put it on, you can move it a little bit, but it's not gonna slide and it's not gonna be so it's in the middle. And then I like to position it first in the outer, because I know that my eyelid is usually a really good fit for these. So I start on my outer, because once it's on the outer correctly, the inner is going to be perfect. Because if it's out too much, then I know it's going to be short this way. But if it's on perfect on the edge, even like to let it sit a little bit more. I usually have my fan. Where's my fan? I'm prepared. That's what I'm talking about. Then I grab the center, let it sit a little bit, and then grab the beginning. And I'm good to go. What do you think? So now you can bat your eyes at the boys. So a lot of people do their makeup and they forget their neck. I think this is a good time to remember your neck. Get the neck. Your neck should be the same color as your face. Get the neck. I end my makeup with my blush and my lipstick. Because by the time I'm done, I have already thought about what I'm gonna wear, what shade would look nice for what I want to wear for my lip, as well as my rouge. But ladies, don't forget your neck. Whatever step you decide to do it, don't forget your neck. I see big time makeup artists come and do their tutorials and the neck is black and the skin is brown. Don't forget. Okay. I also like to go over my contour again, just for the drama. Naomi Campbell got all the cheekbone in the world and leave me without any. So I'm gonna make sure mine is seen. Leave that. Okay. I go over my contour one more time on the nose. Because again, I don't do it under. I do it over. So, like I said, because I'm in the mood, I'm going to put on a few individual lashes on the bottom lid. These look like long. No, these are short. Short flares. So I just dip it in there, blow it. I know how to blow really well. And then you catch it in the corner first. When I do a few, it's really only for the sake of drama. But you gotta really let it get tacky, because it has to really attach onto the hairs on the bottom. There we go. There goes number one. Number one is being a little stubborn, but she doesn't know I got time. There we go. Don't play with me, number one. I don't have time. But I got time. There goes another one. I think I might have put too much glue on that one. That's two. I had a dream about J-Lo last night. I'm gonna stay out of my dream. Number three. All right, we'll do four. $185. Okay, so now that the upper and bottom is on, I definitely have to go out tonight because this is way dramatic. Take my blush. I like a lot of blush, I'm sorry. I mean, I've seen people OD. I've seen people not use blush at all. Like, girl, how you put your makeup with no blush? But I like blush. There we go. There we go. Done. My lip gloss on. I wanted to put on my Ruby Woo, but maybe tonight. Not now. Put this over it. Put a little eyeliner. How cute am I? So I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. Next time I do one, I'll show you the products that I use. And let me know what you think. Alright guys, so here is my after. How do I look? Absolutely flawless, I know. Anyway, so I hope you liked the video. This is the first of many, so look forward for much more. Like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to tell your friends, your enemies, my enemies, and more importantly, Dangote. Bye.